Hi guys, it's Sophie. So I'm going to be doing another TBR video. Again, it's not going to be for a specific period of time, it's just going to be sort of the next books I'm going to be picking up. And I quite like the way of doing that, and it does mean I can then put in other books if I want to, but that I have some idea of what it is I'm going to be looking to read next. I'm in a different location today. I'm actually at my mum's house for the weekend, and I haven't got a tripod, I haven't got any lights, I haven't got my nice mic, and I can't really see if I'm in focus, so apologies if that's all a bit in the air in this video. I'm doing the best I can with what I've got. So yeah, let's jump in. I have 3 fiction and 3 non-fiction, the same as I had in my last video. Now these ones I haven't paired as much as I did the last ones, because the last ones I was choosing fictional books to go with non-fiction. The non-fiction were like the newer ones, so they were the ones I was more excited to get to. Now this time the non-fiction are the older ones I'm trying to work my way through, so I've paired some new fiction with them. So I have I have more fiction to choose from than I have non-fiction. So I think I have maybe 4 or 5, maybe 6 non-fiction books on my TBR, and I probably have 30 fiction books. So it's much harder to match sort of fiction to the weirder non-fiction, whereas I can normally choose a fiction book that will match whatever. It's not going to be as much as it was last time. So the first fiction book that I have, which I spoke about in a fairly recent haul and was just really excited to get to, is Memoirs of a Polar Bear by Yoko Tawada. The other reason I want to get to this one soon is I wouldn't be surprised if this one made it onto the Man Booker International list. And because I'm going to be starting to read those ones in March, if I can get any of them that I think are likely to come up before the prize, that obviously saves me time, so I thought I would get to this one soon. I'm really excited to see what I think. I really can't wait to read this one. I'm hearing good things from other people as well, so see how I get on with that one. And then the next one I have is Noam Chomsky's Failed States. Now I bought this one a little while ago and actually did start it, but I found it really, really dense, and I started it a little bit after I had started Infinite Jest, and to be honest I just found the pair a little bit too intense for me to read back to back, but I am feeling like I could probably, there we go, I'm only 8 pages in, but I feel like I'm probably in a better, I have lots of time upcoming that's going to be to myself and to spend on stuff like this. So yeah, I'm excited to get to this one. It's all speaking about how America, in the way that it acts towards other countries, acts in the way that it would describe other countries as being failed states. So it's saying that the things it opposes in other countries, it actually does itself, and it's like America kind of feels like it's above the law. So yeah, I've not read any Chomsky before, but obviously I've heard of him. I've watched a few, I think I watched a film recently that was his interviews and stuff that was really interesting, so yeah, we'll see what I think of him. And then next is a fiction I actually wanted to get my way through because it's been sitting there for a minute or two, and that one is The Angel Esmerelda by DeLillo. Now I actually read the first story of this one for my triad short story tag, and I really didn't get on with it all that much. I don't know that me and DeLillo are meant to be. I read another one of his because I picked up a couple, and I didn't love his other one either. So this has been one that's kind of been sitting on my bookshelf, and I'm I don't know if I want to. So I'm going to, because that's how that works, and I might surprise myself. But actually the stories are quite long, so even if do you know what I mean? I'm already 24 pages in and the whole thing's only 200 pages, so actually I think I can probably just sit down and get on with it, and even if I don't enjoy it that much, at least I've read it. And then I'm pairing that with one of my non-fictions from my birthday haul, I'm really excited to get to, and that one is Against Elections by Juan Reybrouck, and I've heard quite a lot of good things in the comment section of that video, so I'm hoping that this one is going to push me to read the DeLillo the same way that I did The Many with Another Day in the Death of America last time. So I'm hoping that wanting to read this will make me read the DeLillo. So I am kind of pairing them even if they aren't as related as they were in the last one. Okay, so 2 more to go, and the next fiction one is By Night the Mountain Burns by Juan, Laurel, and it's translated by Jethro Susar. This is one that was a fairly recent haul for me. I think it was my first haul. I think it was my January haul. And it's one that I really want to get to, so I'm using it as my impetus for my non-fiction. It's about a disaster in a really rural little village, I think in Africa. Yeah, so off the West African coast. I can't see what country it's in though. And it's all about how they're dealing with this big loss of crops and how like tribal and like spiritual elements play into how they're interpreting this disaster. And I think that sounds quite cool, so it sounds like it's kind of like a fairly modern event and then linking in like different kinds of spiritual religion into it as well. Yeah, so I haven't heard all that much about this one, but yeah, I feel really excited to get to it, and I thought that'd be a good one to, again, like push me onto the other one. So the next one is, it's not that I'm not excited for it, it's not that I am feeling like intimidated by it or that I think that I'm not going to enjoy it, but it is sort of a little bit tricksy for me in another way. It's actually on a subject that I studied when I was at university, and it's been a really long time since I've picked up and engaged with that topic, because I'm still a little bit sore about not being able to finish my degree. I'm still a little bit sore about the way in which I had to leave university, and it's a real shame because I love the subject and I was always really passionate about the subject, and it's become a little bit of like almost like an emotional no-go. And I was sent this one by Jean as part of the like book break, like Christmas package, and I really do want to get to it, but it does have this like I feel like it might be hard for me, so I've been avoiding it, to be honest, but I do want to get to it soon. And that one is The Universe in Your Hand by Christophe Galfard, and it's all about physics, it's about astrophysics, it's all about the kind of stuff that I loved and I studied. And I'm really hoping that I enjoy it, because if I don't, I think it's going to make this further link in my head. But do you know what, I think it does sound like it's really interesting. We'll see like what level it's on as well, in terms of its like how technical the book is. But yeah, I am nervous for this, but I am hoping that I enjoy it when I get around to it, and I'm just really pushing myself to get to it because it feels very silly to avoid something you love because you're afraid you might feel bad about it. So those are the next 6 books I have on my TBR. Now there are other things coming up that are going to like butt in and change my TBR, so I won't just be reading those 6 back to back. I'm also still technically reading In the Country Right Now by Memoirs, but that's the last of my 6 from my last setting. So the Man Booker International is coming up, that will offset all of those, and these will go on hold essentially until the end of that, but they're the ones that I want to try and push myself to get to next. I like this, I think this is good, I like having these short, no pressure, 6-book TBRs, 3 and 3s. I really like it. It went really well last time. I actually went through the books a lot quicker than I thought I was going to. I thought it was going to take me a couple months, and I did it in a month. So I am planning on continuing to do this for the time being. The more observant of you may realise that because of the disconnect between my fiction and non-fiction, it means I will be hauling non-fiction, but probably not much fiction, barring the Man Bookers, because I know they're coming up. But actually I think that could work quite nicely, because I do want to keep reading non-fiction, and I think it's a really good thing for me to be able to read one non-fiction and one fiction at one time, and to have like a break between the 2 worlds of those 2 books. So I found that really nice. I think I rambled for a really long time in this video, and yeah, I hope the lighting's been okay and everything's been okay. I know there's clouds going in and out of the sun, so it's probably been a little bit patchy, but I'd rather give you guys a video than I would give you nothing at all. So thank you all ever so much for watching, and I'll see you soon in my next video. Bye bye.